welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Marigold Manor. First things first, I have to say hello and a big happy welcome to all of our new subscribers. My last video did some numbers and brought in quite a few new people, which is really exciting, and I just wanted to say hello and welcome and thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for liking the content and just being overall super positive. And yeah, I'm very happy to have you, so welcome, come in. This is a cozy channel, so grab a cup of coffee, grab your tea or whatever you're drinking and get comfortable. Take your shoes off, stay a while, you know? I'm very excited for today's video. We have another Coastal Diaries video for you today. My husband and I really want to go to this Farmstand, which is not too far away. It's super cute. You guys are gonna love it. It is woman owned and they really highlight like small businesses in the area, and they have a lot of local artisans in the area who come and do pop-ups and who have a lot of, you know, various products and crafts and things like that. And then they also have local produce and flowers, and so we're gonna do that today. We don't need too much produce, but I do want to see if they have farm flowers because it's very early in the season. But I don't know, just my micro flower farm operates on like not a super professional level. Like I don't have a hoop house, I don't grow, I don't start things indoors, but I know other people do and other people can. So I want to see if there are any bouquets that we can get and just kind of spruce the place up a bit. But we're gonna go to that farm stand and then kind of just see where the day takes us, see where our coastal adventures and excursions take us. There's a good chance we'll stop and get something to eat. There's one restaurant that my husband's been telling me about, and also other people have told me about, that apparently is really good, so we might stop there and check that out. And then we'll head back home and hopefully be able to whip up some like delicious kind of fresh spring seasonal coastal dinner with the things that we got at the farm stand. So that's the plan for today. We'll see how things go. Plans often change. And I'm really excited because I love, you guys know, I love spending an entire day on the water or by the water, and obviously I like doing that with my husband and we just have so much fun. And anyway, so I'm excited. While I get ready, I thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of explain a little bit of the confusion as to my various like names on various platforms. I had a couple people message me on Instagram saying that they found me from this channel and then they couldn't find me on Instagram when they looked, and then they found me under my Instagram handle at _thefemininefancy_. And I realized that a lot of you probably don't realize that this is actually my second channel. I have a channel that I started back in 2019 called The Feminine Fancy, and it is a sort of girl talk, womanhood, like chit chat channel where I would talk about topics relating to just being a woman, you know, like dating, relationships, like everything. That channel is actually my first channel, but in 2022, I decided I wanted to start a vlog channel. And so I started this one. Back then it was called Fancy Diaries, and I would do vlogs. And I had that for, I don't know, maybe a year. A year. And I had that for a year. But then around late fall of 2023, I decided that I did not want to be on YouTube anymore, and I actually got rid of all my content. I hid, like, I didn't delete them, but I privated all of my videos, and I just took a year off. I was at the time very, like, I don't know, kind of overwhelmed with YouTube, overwhelmed with having an online presence, and I just didn't really feel safe. I didn't really feel like it was worth it. And so yeah, I took down all my content and I took a year off. And in that year, so last year, 2024, that was when my husband and I started our micro flower farm, and I started working as a florist, and I started learning a lot more about myself and about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to show up online, if at all. 2024 was such a great year for me. It was so transformative. It was so peaceful and quiet. I did still make content on Patreon, so if you're interested in any of the 2024 lore and history, you can go to my Patreon and you'll see all the videos that I made last year, kind of just talking about like what was happening and what was going on, but then also just like general vlogs and homemaking videos and things like that, and podcasts. So I'll link my Patreon down below if you guys want to like see what I was up to for a year. But I really enjoyed my year off. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and it helped me like figure out exactly what I wanted to do and exactly who I wanted to be and how I wanted to show up online. I think with my other channel, everything had happened so quickly. Like my channel grew really fast. I couldn't keep up. Like my personal development couldn't keep up with how fast my channel was growing. And yeah, I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? This isn't feeling aligned. I'm not really feeling happy. And you know, there are safety things that you have to be concerned about as a person online, and I just was like, this isn't for me. Where's my blush? Oh, here it is. Like I said, I stopped making content publicly for a year, and then around fall of last year, I started getting the idea that I would want to maybe revamp my Fancy Diaries channel and turn it into my homemaking lifestyle vlog channel. But I didn't really like the name anymore, and my husband and I were in the process of moving. Now, our first place that we lived was called Fancy Cottage. It was so cute, and I miss it so much. And I tend to like to name the places where I live, because I feel like, why is it that just like billionaires get to have like names for their houses? You know, it's always like Casa Bonita. Like it's always some like large and in charge name, and I'm like, I want a name where I live. So anyways, the first place was called Fancy Cottage, and then when we were touring this place, I was trying to think of the name. People on Patreon were helping me decide between Marigold Manor or Magnolia Manor, and we settled on Marigold. And we liked that because it was just kind of like the era that we were in, you know, being micro farmers and growing and selling flowers, and then also me working as a florist, and also like the light in this place is always very golden, and it just kind of, I don't know, it just made sense, like Marigold Manor. So when we moved here, named the place, I was then like, oh, that's what I'll call the channel. And that's how we ended up here. That is the long and the short of why my Instagram handle and my blog is called The Feminine Fancy, whereas this channel is called Marigold Manor. So sorry for the confusion. Hope that clears things up. Hopefully one day I'll be able to like merge everything and maybe just have one clean brand name or whatever, but for now this is fine, and this is what we got. I am super excited that you guys felt the need to go from here to Instagram to try and find my Instagram page. I don't make too much content on Instagram. It's not really like my preferred way of creation or of creating, and you know, this is going to be a brief tangent, but I feel like as creators, there's a lot of pressure to be creating on every single platform, and I don't think that that's necessary. Like, yeah, of course you can, you know, capitalize on monetization if you're making on here and Instagram Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all these things, but honestly, I think that it just gets to be a little overwhelming and just too much. Personally, I would much rather like sit down, watch a nice long vlog, or like, I love long form things. I love watching movies. Like, I want to hear a story. I don't necessarily want to see like a 5-second, you know, reel. That's an exaggeration. A 30-second reel or a 30-second TikTok. And I just prefer like watching long things, and so because of that, that's what I like to make. So I don't really, I mean, I post pictures on Instagram. I use Instagram the way that it was intended to be used, okay? I post pictures the way we all used to in 2012. So that's what I do. But you can always find video content here on Patreon and of course on my other channel. So I will link everything down below. I hope that clears stuff up. And that's it. I'm going to start getting ready for our day, and we're gonna head out to the Farmstand and then just see where the day takes us. Do you guys remember how in like early 2000s girly movies, the main character would always like have her outfit set out on like a mannequin or in some cute fashion like the day before? That's what I've started doing, just as a little way to like romanticize my life and make my life feel a little bit more I don't know, like girly and early 2000s, whatever. And I really like it. I really suggest it. I don't necessarily suggest hanging it from a candelabra the way that we have, but I do suggest like putting your outfit, not only laying it out, but like displaying it in a really cute fashion, like the day before you're about to do something, because it gets you excited for whatever you're about to do, and it's just kind of fun to have it out. The other thing that I want to tell you guys was, you guys know I am low-key obsessed with Pamela Anderson's show Cooking with Love. Now, they have since removed the first 3 episodes from YouTube, which is a travesty, and the show is not available in the United States, but I feel lucky enough that I got to watch the first 3 episodes before they took them down. And anyways, in one of the episodes, she collected all these really beautiful seashells and made candles out of them. And I was just thinking, what if, while we're out, if I kind of maybe forage for some seashells, some oyster seashells, and see if I can't make candles out of them. So I want to try and see if that's a possibility today. I want to see if we can do that, and then we can use them on our dining table for dinner tonight. I think that would be really cute and sweet. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna put any pressure on it, but I'm gonna do my best to like find seashells and attempt to make really cute little seashell candles out of them. If I can't make the candles, then I'll just put them in a bowl and they'll be like cute decoration. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm dressed, I'm ready to go. I just added a hat because I feel like I needed a hat. And this one's from Anthropologie. Anthropologie has this whole like terrain brand, which is their like garden, I don't even know, it's like a garden section, because you know they have the home, Anthropologie home, and now they have terrain. And I was in Anthropologie one day and I saw this hat and it was like the perfect shade of green. So anyways, yeah, I added that. But what I wanted to show you guys is my favorite perfume for this time of year. This perfume, it's called Amongst the Waves. It is literally the perfect spring summer scent. It genuinely smells like the beach and makes me so happy. Last year I bought it in the roll-on, and then this year I was like, yeah, I want the full thing. So I have the roll-on and I have the full actual perfume, and it's my favorite scent. I love smelling like the beach. It smells like coconut and like warmth. It's just great. So since we're going to the coast today, I'm gonna wear this.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glows, and I guess you always seem to know. Hello, Ramona. I push back the serious feeling. The end's unknown. To get back the life I used to know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone.
Okay, so when we got back home, I immediately washed off all of the seashells that I got. I just washed them off with warm water and soap and my little sponge brush, and then I let them dry for probably about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I got my glue gun and started gluing the wicks to the bottom of the seashells. This part was a little difficult because the shells were shaped so uniquely that it was kind of hard to get some of them to stick, but I finally got the hang of it. The one thing that I did wrong was that I didn't have clothespins to keep the wicks standing straight up. So if you're gonna do this, make sure you have the clothespins. Then I had to do a makeshift double broiler and melt the wax in there, and I added some of my geranium essential oils to give it that rose scent. And then I also added something called mica powder, which I've never heard of before, but it turned into this really pretty, like mermaidy, glittery color, which I really ended up liking a lot. So once the assembly part came along, I recruited my mom's help and I used a spoon to actually spoon the wax into the shells because I just knew pouring it would be an absolute mess, but honestly it was an absolute mess regardless. This took a lot of trial and error, so learn from my mistakes. After the first try, we decided to try and use foil to keep the shells in place. And then again, I didn't have any clothespins, so my mom came up with the brilliant idea to use old forks. These forks we don't use for eating anymore anyway, so they worked out perfectly, and we used the forks to keep the wicks in place. It was a lot, but it did end up working out, and I did get a bit of a rhythm. I would say next time I would like to try and find bigger, deeper shells because these were a little small and a little shallow, and so the wax was kind of spilling all over the place, but some of them did work out really well, and they ended up being really, really pretty. For dinner, I wanted to keep with the coastal theme and also just use what we had in the freezer. So I just whipped up a sort of like ginger coconut amino marinade with lemon and garlic, and then I added lemons on top and put that in the oven. I also made coconut cauliflower rice and a side salad.
I push back the serious feeling, the ends on.
Then once the candles had fully dried, after 2 hours, I cut the wicks and set the table. This was such a fun way to use up some of the produce that we got at the farm stand and to use natural elements for our decor. Big shouts out to Pam Anderson for the idea. I really enjoyed doing this craft, and my mom and I were just laughing the whole time at how chaotic it was.
Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
We had such a delicious dinner and a lovely evening, and it just fulfilled all of the cozy coastal vibes that I absolutely live for. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.